Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
You motherfucker.
Actually, not going to say anything. It's just going to be ASMR with him chewing ice cubes. The entire episode.
I was about to say I will have to. It's funny you said that because right in my head I was like, "Don't chew ice on the podcast."
That's all right. They don't care.
We have no listeners.
I love to chew ice, and it would bother the shit out of me. I think,
It's okay. Nobody listens to know.
except for the Germans.
And the North Koreans.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they definitely listen.
How are they getting it on?
Well, they got a
Short band.
I mean, this is worldwide.
Yeah, but
No, we
even
talked about it.
worldwide stuff is not worldwide in North Korea.
Yeah, but we're pretty sure old Cam is a fan.
Yeah.
Oh,
That one listener in North Korea.
It's Cam. And he's listened to every episode.
well, is there like coded messages? Is that what the deal is?
Like, to him?
You saw Team America, right?
Yeah.
And so-
Muhammad Jihad.
So whenever somebody says Kim Jong Il, in my head, I hear Trey, and then I just hear that version of his voice, which makes him think very.
Whenever I think
I think
of
he's
him,
fairly harmless just based on that.
whenever I think of Kim Jong-un, I think of the interview.
That's fun. Yeah.
Oh wait, which
They hate us because they ain't us.
He's listening right now. I have no friends. I love the Daily Biker.
Hey, you think you could trade out the Bikes and Beards intro for the North Korea special? They're my
I'm sure I
favorite
could.
podcast all time.
I need to. I need to run.
Go over well with the
Yeah.
Asian fan base.
I need to.
Yeah.
I need to run a new intro, anyways. But otherwise,
Wow, it's high energy.
yeah, I need some higher energy.
Man, who are you gonna get?
What
for
is
that?
the intro?
The Bikes and Beards intro.
Oh, is it still? Okay.
Yeah.
It's because that's cool.
But otherwise, hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I am your clueless leader. Today we're going to go on it's not a learning journey. It's more of a Spanish Inquisition. But
Well,
it'll
be a learning journey for me.
Wait,
I do have Daniel with me.
is it
Hey there.
North Korean Inquisition?
And I have the traitor himself, Mr. Keith Ray.
I
He's
didn't
gonna
buy
tie
an
you
Indian.
upside down. Tie you upside down on your toes and beat you.
Right.
Vez. I'm making you purchase.
So, realistically, what this episode is, just so y'all understand, there will be a Spanish Inquisition because Keith purchased a new motorcycle
It's all in good fun.
and chose to do it not at our dealership.
Yes.
But,
And specific people are butthurt about it. We won't mention names.
yeah, me.
Me.
See, if you notice, he doesn't give me grief when I buy a bike from a different dealership.
I know. Well, I think there's an expectation. There's just a metric expectation. And so he's resigned himself. But if you did ever buy a Harley, I pray to God you buy it from one of just another dealership.
I don't, and I'll tell you
Because
why.
that will be hilarious.
I'll tell you why.
And Marcus knows I won't either.
Because we are in the White Lightning Harley Davidson Mobile Studios. This podcast is sponsored by White Lightning Harley Davidson.
But I'm just saying, for the sheer entertainment value.
Oh, no. There's other stuff you can do. Like, we had that conversation this past week. A friend of ours used to have a Donna, a hard candy Donna. He loved that Donna. He needed something more. He got rid of it, got a bagger. Okay. Misses his Donna. He talks about his Donna on a pretty regular basis.
I love Dynas. They're
Yeah.
beautiful bikes.
It's back at our dealership for sale.
He did look at it the other day when he
And
was
I told
over there.
Daniel, I go, you should buy it.
Like the hard rock?
The
candy?
green.
Yeah, that green
Oh, the
heavy
green.
metal flake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told Daniel, I said, you should buy it. And just be like, look at what I got. And then, like, never even let him, like, touch it. Don't look! So,
Don't touch it.
but anyways,
Just
so
scream it.
our last episode was Daniel's trip to Sturgis.
Yes.
We
good.
have Mr. Keith Ray back with us, and he is a Sturgis aficionado. This is how many times for Sturgis?
Since 24.
So
this-
fourth
I think
trip to
20,
Sturgis.
21. I can count this many. After next year.
There are people that have been to Sturgis a lot more than Keith, but
Oh gosh, yeah.
they're too cool to talk to us on the podcast.
Hey, we if you want to, see if we can get old Monkey on here. He's been going since like 1990 or something. Like,
If you could get him, I would do it. I don't want to have to do it over the phone though.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. Like we're supposed to have a get together at the old new homestead here.
I was about to say it's kind of
So,
a prime location
you would
because
you would be invited.
well, I was gonna say it's kind of a prime
Is he still
location
invited?
because
We'll
yeah,
see. That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm
because
just clarifying.
where the new homestead is like if Monkey doing what he does was going to come up, it's like, oh well, you might as well go ahead and make a video about the Skyway
Yeah.
because it's right there.
And the dragon, which I'm with you guys. I think I've been on the dragon. I don't know. It's half a dozen.
We have
8 times.
I will say this while I'm recording so people hear this. September 21st is our next dealer ride. We're going to leave the shop, kickstands up at 8:30 a.m., which is super early to be coming down from Tellico at 8:30 a.m.
No kidding.
But we're going to the Dragon and the Skyway.
How about if I just pick you up?
So
Just meet us there.
no, all he has to do is sit on the side of 411 in like Madisonville.
Yeah.
And when we
No,
come
no.
through Madisonville,
No,
I'm not swinging over to your house and picking you up
No,
and
no,
going
no.
back
All I
out.
gotta do is come 1.6 miles up to 68.
But that's what I'm
Oh
saying.
wait, are you going?
We're gonna go 411 all the way up.
Oh, I got. You're gonna come. You're gonna hit Cherahela last.
Yeah, we'll
I got
end.
you.
Like usually, what we do is we'll ride the Dragon, and then down through like into Robbinsville and the Skyway, and then stop in Tellico and eat like a late lunch. I think last time it was like 2:00.
Yeah.
So
It's always-
I can
it's-
jump 411.
I would say it's one of the bigger rides that the dealership does. Just like a standard monthly ride.
yeah,
It's,
I mean even last year with the not being able to do the Skyway,
yeah.
it was still a pretty good ride.
Yeah.
Was it under like construction?
No, the road had washed.
That's when they had
washed
that
out.
road
Oh,
wash away.
wow.
Yeah.
Now, didn't
So-
they have another one? Like, what's there? There's one.
The Dragon has had several
They
washouts
just
in the
repaved
past.
the Dragon.
Well, no, but yes, but there's another one. There's another road that I want to say is parallel to Cherahela.
With the washout.
That had a bridge or wash some.
So that's Lower River Road.
Oh yeah, okay, that sounds right.
Yeah, so Lower River Road though, you're only going to make it so far, and then it's gravel anyways. It's not like a
Oh, it's a Pan America Classic.
yeah. Well, I mean, or going out to hike. You can get to the bridge that's out. You can get to that bridge
Right, but then
on pavement, but it's not much further than that. It turns to gravel,
yeah. Well, I hear. So
and pavement is a slacked term.
oh, I was about to say
Now, highway, interstate for Alabama, but slack term for everybody else.
90 miles an hour road for Alabama.
Hashtag Roll Tide.
So,
No,
But
but the new bike has already been on 30 miles of gravel up in
up
Black
there,
Hills.
yeah. Well, the upside about if you went on the Tellico ride with
Not
us,
intentionally.
like I
that
said,
was just leaving full throttle going by Buffalo Chip. Just that
like I
little
said,
road
that
back and forth.
that ride. I mean, obviously, you'd have to leave home early if you met us at the dealership, but you'd also be back home by like 2:30.
Right. Which is not bad.
Right.
So
And I've been meaning to tell you, and I know I haven't told you yet either, but it's more important to you than it is to him. There's a new Mexican restaurant they opened about a month ago in Tellico.
oh really?
Yeah.
We did find a decent Mexican place in Madisonville there.
So this one in Tellico is pretty close to your house.
I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for
So well,
Does
there's
he start cooking Mexican? Is that
no.
It's really
No,
close
there's-
to your house. It's
I
actually
think you're
in
saying
your
you're
kitchen.
more racist than me. I
No,
don't
no.
know. Is that what you're
No.
saying?
So let's be fair. Mexican restaurant in Tellico.
Yeah,
We've been there a couple times.
we have.
We've been there a couple times.
Oh,
I've been there
I see what
a
you're saying.
bunch. Okay. Yeah, because
he's
there's
aware of it. I'm not aware, so it'd be more important to me since.
well, no, it's more important to you because this is the town you live in, and there's only like 4 places to
Are you
eat
saying he doesn't want to go 1.5 hours for Mexican food?
for dinner. No.
Yeah, that's
No.
going to be a no for
Well,
me.
Wait,
technically,
does-
it's 3 hours.
Does Daniel want to drive an hour and a half one way to go eat dinner when Daniel is in the same boat I am, where he doesn't even have to drive a minute and a half to go eat dinner? No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah,
No, I'm with you.
Not at all. Yeah.
And by the way, this is how you know I love you guys, because I came out
Wait,
for a podcast.
You have
that is true.
And to get the shit kicked out of me in a podcast.
you have 2 Mexican restaurants.
Wasn't me.
So you have 2 Mexican restaurants. There's a like a deli over there somewhere, but I don't know where. It's
Yeah.
in downtown area.
There's a decent burger place close.
You talking about
It's not-
Ironworks?
No, I've heard it.
Ironworks. The food is not bad. Okay, It's not the greatest. The food's not bad. The service is more the issue at Ironworks than anything.
So I've joined a bunch of Facebook groups, now
For
about
people in Tellico.
Tellico. Oh man, they love the old Ironworks.
I got a couple buddies that live up there that I need to get you hooked up with. Now they're Pan America guys, but they're also, they live up there, so I need to get you hooked up with them anyways. They're Harley guys and stuff like that. So, but this one Mexican restaurant that we went to, actually Stephanie dropped her bike there one time.
Yeah.
But now they built a new Mexican restaurant. So do you know where Hardee's is? In Tellico.
Oh yeah. Right, like right there next to that gas station.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
So coming back towards your house from Hardee's, 300 yards, there's a Mexican restaurant. You wouldn't even know it's there just driving by. Going down 68, you wouldn't even know it's there.
We'll go.
But like I went and I had enchiladas, and it was cheese enchiladas. So it was funny because it said like it was like pork enchilada, but it wasn't actually a pork enchilada. It's a 3 cheese enchiladas, and it had the marinated pork with sauteed peppers, onions, and tomatoes, like all piled on top of the enchilada.
Interesting.
And it was bomb. I was like, wow.
So you basically had like carnitas on top of cheese enchiladas. But
It was almost like I had, like a carnitas, carnitas fajitas
right. Oh yeah.
That actually sounds
piled on top
That sounds
of
pretty good. Some cheese enchiladas.
on top of cheese enchiladas.
So can I tell the listeners, especially if for your non-Texan listeners, Mexican food anywhere outside of Texas, like don't ever get fajitas unless you've had the fajitas before, because generally speaking, if you've ever had like actual good Texas fajitas, nobody else can do fajitas. So your go-to is enchiladas, always. Except that if you can convince a person that you may like not as much, get them to try the fajitas, and then the next time you go to that restaurant, if they were good,
now you know.
So we now have a major insight into the world of Mexican food / Texas food. Like, because there's a lot of people that come here from other parts of the country, and like we'll go to a Mexican restaurant and they're like, well, this is actually Tex-Mex. This is a real Mexican food. So hang on.
Yeah.
We've got a girl.
And by the way, to that person, you say, no shit, Sherlock.
Well, no, we've got a girl at work now. That is
Don't talk about
that
Teresa
is
like that.
not her.
Okay.
A new salesman. Her name, she goes by Jules. She is Mexican. She's like 3/4 Mexican.
She the short?
Yes.
She's the one that tried that seasoning I brought in.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't get somebody to try your seasoning.
So she's
I
like,
built it up though, and they said no.
I think if I could call her directly, her mom's like full Mexican and her dad's like half Mexican. Or
Gotcha.
something. So, and then they moved to Texas.
From Mexico.
From Mexico.
I got you. So they got Mexican food and Tex-Mex covered.
Right. She understands both of them.
Yes.
And she's had some food with us, some Mexican food at work, and she's been like, this is Tex-Mex. This is Mexican food. So a lot of the foods that we're eating that we were claiming are Mexican food.
Yeah, mostly
like a
Tex-Mex.
mix.
No, she said it was Mexican, not Tex-Mex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's the other way. Like most of the time, it's really hard to find actual authentic Mexican outside of unless it's Like,
Don't hate on
everyone's like-
Taco Bell. Like,
I already say this: 90% of the Mexican restaurants we have around here, I'm pretty sure are Mexican food, because also 90% of the Mexican restaurants around here are owned by like barely
Actual-
speaking English Mexican,
Yeah.
like Santis.
That's always a good sign, as long as they don't buy their food from Cisco. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, but
and by the way, I used to work for that company, and yeah, they still suck. So
we have a. I saw it the other day. I'm trying to remember where it's at. I think it's on Lee Highway. Yeah, it is on Lee Highway. We have a really nice grocery store. It's not a big grocery store, but a pretty nice looking
But like
grocery
a
store if you
legit
drive by.
Mexican
But
grocery
it's
store?
a Mexican grocery store.
Yeah.
So
Go get you some marinated fajita.
Action Rentals on Lee Highway,
yeah.
directly across the street from Action Rentals. It
Oh,
used to
okay.
be like another a appliance rental place.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
But
I
it's-
know, I know what you're talking
It's a
about.
Mexican grocery store. And when you drive by, like, it doesn't look like your standard bodega. Like, this looks like a pretty nice looking Mexican
like
grocery
a small
store.
independent grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like
Oh,
it
it's
would be
It's a big building, if I recall. Medium-sized building.
Yeah, because most of them are not very big. At
It's-
least the ones
I would say
always
it's a
find.
quarter of the size of like a Publix. Like, imagine if you went into a Publix and went to like the produce section of Publix. That's about that side is about how big this whole store is. Now, keep in mind, walk into like the Winn-Dixie in Madisonville, or not Winn-Dixie, Ingalls in Madisonville.
I know where that is.
Yeah, and you're going to go in there and you're going to go, this is tiny. That's about twice the size of what this place is. So it's not huge.
It's
You have the
actually
square footage?
It's actually an Indian grocery store.
Is it an Indian
It is
grocery
an
store?
Indian. Well,
They
because I
have
was
they
thinking
have
about it.
Spanish words on the window though. That's what's confusing me.
It is an Indian grocery. It took me a second to remember exactly which
they
one
have-
it
they
is.
have-
It's that red
Maybe
brick
they're like
building.
Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the square footage.
Well, I know it's 10,500 square feet because I've been in there before.
So
Maybe the people that open the grocery store,
yeah,
so they kind of like Christopher Columbus, they thought they were opening it in India, right?
yeah.
But turns out,
Unless there's
they
a lot
didn't
of
realize,
unless
wait,
there's some Mexican
there's
words
way more
that
Mexicans than
Mexican
Indians
and
here, so
Indian
it's-
words that are crossover. And I see the word and I go, oh, that's a Mexican word, but I can't actually like read Indian or Spanish, so it's like it could be very similar.
It could be anything.
I took Latin. So.
It's actually Polish.
I know Pig Latin.
That's right. Kielbasa? See.
So, anyways, back to the controversy.
Oh,
at hand.
yeah. The controversy.
Keith went to Sturgis.
Yes.
We had spoke before on the podcast about your Erdelscycle May and the albums play
Yes.
that it has had. Told you to speak Pig Latin. With
Somebody listening just thought they had a stroke
Yeah.
listening to you talk.
I won't say what dealership had caused the issues,
Right.
but we'll say it sounds a lot like Abute.
Yes. Yes. And well, they have. If you really like, my other favorite food beside Mexican food is of course Cajun,
Yeah.
Creole. So yeah.
Yeah.
So if you went to this dealership, you would get excellent jambalaya close by. You know,
Yeah.
some New Orleans, shrimp and grits.
So
something
they
like that.
destroyed his old Root Glide. It just had issue after issue after
Yeah.
issue.
Because you had it in the shop for a long time.
Well,
And then-
So from January of this year, we're just talking about White Lightning trying to
find an
fix.
issue. Fix and find an issue.
right. This
Well,
is
we
not,
fixed a parasitic draw.
Yes,
We fixed
I'd forgotten about that.
we fixed the parasitic draw.
That was so minor compared to
We
That was
fixed-
10 issues.
We fixed the
ago.
head stud
Exactly.
issue.
Yeah. So there was the head bolts
Yeah.
all backed out. There was
Yeah.
the rocker arm bolts sitting on the head,
Yeah.
and it looked
We fixed the clutch
it was,
basket.
it was like seeing like a Sasquatch or something. You know, it's like that's not supposed to be there.
Fixed the clutch basket.
Was it blurry?
It was. Well, you know the Mitch Hedberg deal, right?
So, but
Maybe Bigfoot is blurry.
the
Yes.
bike,
Oh, yeah, like-
the bike started messing up
It was
while
just,
he was in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Now, did you ride straight to Sturgis?
No.
Yes, he
Well,
did.
Okay.
Yeah, well, except I had
in an RV.
Yes.
Okay.
He did. You did.
So,
if anybody asks you, did you ride straight to Sturgis? You went.
yes. I have a I rode mine patch, but it has a picture in one RV. So and I've done both. I have ridden. I've ridden 2,500 miles to Sturgis before. I've done I've done New Orleans to Sturgis, an Iron Butt, 1,019 and 1,500 in 30.
I think this guy failed to record his ride. By the way,
I did.
That was a rookie move.
It doesn't matter.
Why do you want to go that far? I have a ton of friends that like. I probably did 5 or 6 unofficial Iron Butts over my life.
Yeah.
Only the last one did I actually record because Renee wanted the patch. Yeah. She wanted the patch because that was the thing, and so we did it. But no, so we left here, and I actually worked the first week. So we left here on a Sunday and got a good chunk of the way. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, worked on the road. So I always stop at rest areas. That way I don't have to move.
Yeah.
So, and I have, good internet with me. So I worked till 4, and then we'd drive from 4 to 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And then, and we were also, I was with Monkey and Tom and the Thumpers.
Were y'all all traveling together?
Yeah, well, we were all kind of traveling. So Monkey and Daniel and Tom, they all met in St. Louis because Daniel, he's the guy. He bought the Softail Slim, I think, from you guys.
Oh yeah,
yeah, the maroon.
Yeah,
pretty. And so anyway, so he left from his house. They all met and had some pre-Sturgis debauchery in St. Louis because Monkey's from St. Louis. And then the Thumpers were a little behind, and then I was coming this way. And then we all met in we all met in Sioux City. And that's where then we met, and we stayed in a Walmart and had a grand old time on a Wednesday night. Then we went to Pierre, or what they said, Pierre, South Dakota, because Monkey's got a friend who owns a bar up there. And so he was going to let us stay in his parking lot, and they had live music that night. So we had so that was
grand old time.
Grand old time. And
well, the reason I asked was I wasn't sure if the bike developed a problem while you were riding up there. That was more.
No, see, and that's the thing. I gave it I even had it tuned at Dream Rides. Like, they finished it, like, I picked it up on Tuesday, I think, before we left. And, they said it was fine, but it was not. But anyways, so we get there. So then we all roll into Sturgis together on Friday morning. We all unload, and then we go to the chip. And there we see a bunch of people. Like, there's a bunch of people that, like, we've become friends with and met at Sturgis over the years, and we get to see them again. And so we get to we see a bunch of people, hug a bunch of necks, and so then Renee was like, and they were going to go see a concert or something, but Renee was like, I don't want to go to a concert, I want to ride. I was like, great, we don't have to, let's go. And so we told everybody, hey, we're going riding. We'll see you guys tonight. We leave the chip. We're heading to Deadwood. And we really don't even know where we're going to go. But I think originally we were going to go out just towards Custer or whatever. But we may go to Wyoming because,
Yeah, it just loops around.
Once you get to Deadwood, you can go towards Rushmore, or you can go to just generic Wyoming.
Yep.
As you experience. And so anyway, we really didn't know where we were going. We were just going to go. Well, we get to Deadwood, and you got, by the way, one of my favorite roads to just haul ass on is between Sturgis and Deadwood.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 14 or whatever? Like, just that, because you're going, it's just.
Well, I'm amazed you even could with all the traffic that's out there.
Oh, no, I just freaking busted on it. And so, but yeah, like if you're on Iron Mountain and Needles and all that, that's a putt, man.
Well,
People are so worried. I have friends who've never been, and they're like, oh, but it's so scary. And I'm like,
it's not
if you get above 25, is impressive. It's not scary at all.
Yeah, that was my word. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm in first gear, second gear, first gear, second gear, first gear, second.
Third gear. You're like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
How
Oh,
exciting.
I meant to shift down.
Daniel's nipples got hard.
Third gear.
I got the vapors. And so anyway, we get this. We're on our way to Deadwood. Renee reaches around because I'm already thinking. I'm like, oh, the motor does not sound strong, feel strong. And by the way, the bike dynoed 143 squared at Dream Rides. It's like solid, right?
And you would think if there was an issue, they would have found something down there when they tuned it.
But they're, I get it. That's just on the dyno, and they're getting it in the fifth gear and then wrapping it out. But it just, like, I had 35,000 trouble-free miles before said previous dealership experience, not White Lightning. And then, so I know that bike. I just know how it feels. And it was, and even supposedly at 140, it's just, something's not right. And I didn't say anything. And Renee kind of reaches around and she's like, it didn't, like, it just, something didn't feel right. And I just, like, yeah, it doesn't. So we get down to Deadwood. I pull in the clutch because we're going to go, she said, well, let's stop in Deadwood, and walk around for a minute, and then we'll decide where we're going to go. Great. So we kind of peel off, and we're going to go down the main street and find a place to park. But when I get down to that light, I pull in the clutch, and it just sits at 700 RPMs. Ooh. And I'm like, I've seen this before. When my Recluse clutch started going out, that is exactly the behavior. Was RPMs to stay up, clutch would not engage, right? And so anyway, but I got down the red light stop, and then I just kind of feather the clutch out, and it finally brings it back down.
Yeah. And
then I'm like, oh crap! And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, it's the same thing that happened when I went from the Recluse to the Barnett. But here's the thing: I know the Barnett clutch was good because you guys checked it. I said, check the plates and everything when you were like, just go over that clutch with a fine tooth comb when you replace that basket. Yeah. And I fully believe, like, they said it was fine, and I believe them. I believe it was fine. I mean, those clutch plates are only from September, so it's like 9 months old. Well, anyway, so we pull in, we walk around, and I'm just in a bad mood, man.
Yeah.
Because
you're so far away from home. You have a bike that's not working for you.
The thing is that I had, like, Renee had already given me the green light to trade the bike at, like a month ago or whatever. But I didn't want to trade it.
We'd been talking about bikes at the shop.
I did not want to trade it. I did not, and to that point, what I told you earlier, Daniel, literally, Dream Rides, I put new tires. I had the brakes done. I had them doing an inspection. I always do before a big, like, if I'm going to be gone, I say, hey, like, do a full inspection on the bike, tighten, make sure everything. And so I spent $1,500 on and the tune. I spent $1,500 on the bike, like.
And he went to Dream Rides for tuning because it's a Thundermax.
Yes, Thundermax. So.
Yeah.
And
because you guys don't have the ability to.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
And
I can tell you what your dyno number is, but I can't. We can't tune it.
Right. Yeah. And not a lot of places can in Tennessee Thundermax, but
which blows my mind.
Yeah, really. So
they're a Nashville-based company.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm just saying. Maybe they want to keep all that for them. They want to keep. Everybody's got to go to Nashville. But anyway,
it doesn't matter. Everybody in Tennessee just knows better.
Yeah. We're walking around. And she's like, well, what do you want? And she's like, well, we could rent a bike. And I was like, oh, that just sounds miserable. Like, because I know how much it's going to cost to rent a bike.
You could have rented a gold one.
Yeah, I could have. I mean, it still would have been $1 billion. Anyway, so, because they gotcha.
Put the RV up for sale.
That's right. And so we walk around and like, okay. And she's like, what do you want to ride? And I'm like, no. I said, I don't trust this bike at all.
Yeah, you don't want to be out in the middle of nowhere and finally just.
And by the way, that's exactly where you'd be.
Yep. Because that's where it always happens.
Well, and by the way, even if you're in a metropolitan area, you're going to be in the least populated, the most dangerous area, whatever. But in the Black Hills, you really could be nowhere. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I said, let's just go back.
You and the Buffalo.
Yeah. Exactly. If you're lucky. So we go back to the RV, park it, we talk, and she's like, well, I'm like, I don't want to trade it, but at the same time, I'm done. Like, I'm done. That bike was in the shop, in y'all's shop.
Yeah.
From January. Well, if you go from January through to, well, no, that's not true. Not January. From a little bit in January, like, because there was y'all did solve the other problems, but then even like when you guys started working on the motor stuff, I think that bike spent 5 months out of 7 or 8. Yeah, 7.
Well, when I met you, that was March when I met you.
I thought it was earlier.
Because I met you at Walmart when I was buying the stuff for the Easter basket stuff.
Okay.
So
that's kind of when, So
and at that time, it had been in the shop for a week or 2.
Right.
And that was with the charging issue.
Yeah, there was a charging stuff and all that. And then, like I said, then in March, like I want to say late March, is when you guys discovered the jacked up problem from...
Well, you got the charging issue fixed, and it was literally less than 5 days later, he comes back, and he's like, hey, there's a...
Well, yeah, because what happened, I rode down, me and Daniel and Ray's Motor Life, we rode down, because we're all meeting everybody, the Florida crew, for Daytona.
Yeah.
So we all go down there, but I'm only spending like a few days in Daytona. I come back. Well, then they're like, "Oh man, come back," And so I got the bug. I told Renee, I said, "I'm going back to Daytona." So I was going to do a turn. Like I was leaving on I got back on Sunday or Monday, and I was going to turn around and go back Thursday and spend the weekend again in Daytona. Well, I get to Atlanta, and that's when the clutch. That was the that clutch thing. Just the whole thing's a nightmare. I just turn around, call them, "Hey, I'm not coming," and then that's the Well, so just I made way too much of that, but just suffice to say, it was a shit show, right? And so Friday night we just we're talking. Well, what are you gonna do? And she said, well, let's at least go look. And I said, yeah, let's go look. And so go up there, and I knew because I go up there. I spend a lot of time at Black Hills, because I just love looking at bikes, and they always have like a billion bikes. They sell. And by the way, I got real numbers even from this year already. But the last time I talked to one of their salespeople, which was 2 years ago, they sold over 800 bikes in the 2 weeks that they count for that Sturgis week. Yeah. Which is from Friday to that next, it's like a 14-day window that they sold 800 bikes, over 800 bikes. Wow. Yeah. They blew.
Now, to be fair, they only sell 850 for the year.
Probably. Although I think a lot of people like going, it's something cool about having your bike. Because, although Sturgis, weirdly enough, the Sturgis dealership, they sell bikes during the year, but not during Sturgis. Yeah. So, because it's just merchandise. And so, all bike sales are done there at Black Hills. Yeah. And so every other shop is a t-shirt shop. Yeah. So Deadwood, Hill City, Wall for the Badlands. And by the way, great. They're iconic, But anyway, so we go up there. We spend half a day on Saturday just me deciding.
That's when you called me, wasn't it?
It is. And so I called you and I was like, hey, man. Because I knew, I'm going to take a raping, Although it wasn't, it ended up not being as bad as I thought for a couple of reasons. One, they gave me crazy money on my trade.
But it is 100% true, the things I told you on the phone.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, when Keith called me, I understand why he buys it, why he bought it. And I'm giving him a hard time about it. But I told him on the phone, I said, the thing about it is, if he goes, well, I need this, it's not that they're going to say no, but there's a really good chance they're going to go no, because if he doesn't buy it, there's 15 people behind him ready to take the deal that he wouldn't take.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
With the amount of people that were going in there.
Now, and I will say this, though. There's only 2 people that buy a bike in Sturgis. The stupid and the desperate. And I know you're going to say, I think you were in the former category, but I promise I was in the latter. I
think you're in both.
It's not an either or.
Little column A, little
I
column
think you're in both.
Oh, no. When it comes to motorcycling, I'm going to be real stupid. Because I want what I want. No. And I'm like a 5-year-old wanting candy or something. Motorcycles would do that to you. Not that Daniel would know, but anyway, let's just pretend he's got 87 motorcycles in the garage. And so, so anyway, we finally decide, like, and I'm like, and to be fair, the best situation is I should have gone ahead and cut my losses before Sturgis, bought from White Lightning. I could have still gotten stuff done that I wanted to get done up there.
Which we need to talk about your choices and styling.
Oh man, I hurt my feelings. And so, because that would have been better. Now, I doubt you guys would have given me as much as I got for my trade, but it would have, I think I still would have come out at least $2,000 to $3,000 better.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I mean, we'll never know because you would never sit down and do paperwork with me.
I know. You're not even in sales; you're in marketing. It's totally different. And so anyway, we finally decide, and then of course it's the rigmarole of and picking, deciding a color. And I really didn't want. I'm not a white bike fan. I'm really not. I was going to go with that burst blue.
Yeah, but you went straight Alabama.
I did, not intentionally.
You definitely did.
It is that metallic with the pearl.
The color, it's called white onyx pearl.
Yeah, it's got white onyx something. I mean,
so what he bought is a 2024 Road Glide.
Yeah.
White onyx pearl,
blacked out
over black trim. Was it well, when I say a standard bike, they only have one trim level, but was it packaged out?
It was. So it came with the trunk. So it came with the tour pack already on.
So they had a
custom seat.
What do they call it? Not the day tripper. The day tripper comes with just a regular backrest. It was like the long tripper or whatever comes with the tour pack.
It had the baby, because so they had two sitting right next to it. They had one with the King tour pack and the wrap around and all that stuff, and then they had this one. And I'm just not a King tour pack fan. I mean, I am for the luggage space, but like even with Renee on the back, there's a certain look. Even if I'm going long distance, I still don't like that. It's too gold wingy, And I owned a gold wing, so I'm not dogging gold wing, but I don't like.
Yeah,
it just looks too comfortable for you.
Exactly. I mean, again, I think I've said this on your podcast.
Yeah,
gold wing, technically, one of the finest machines out there.
But you got, but not tour pack. You got bigger touring seat.
Yeah, well, the seat was it was a custom seat from because that's the other thing. So Black Hills does a ton of custom little touches on it. Some bikes even have it'll have Sturgis 2024.
Yeah.
Hand painted on there. It'll have
$1,500 extra to get that
easy
on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems
low. There is questions about. There's something else I want to go to.
Okay.
After this.
So anyway, so there's that, and then it had they had painted the calipers,
mm-hmm.
and then they had replaced. They put red. Gosh, my mind just went blank. They had red. They got red stuff on the bike. Oh my God!
Where at on the motorcycle?
It's the spark plug wires.
Okay.
I swear, I was like, "What is it?" Yeah,
we're gonna get there eventually.
Well, you just, when you get. Where on the motorcycle did the bad man touch?
Yeah. So when you looked at the bike, it was already in most of the condition that it is currently.
No. I mean, again, the red. That was the only two things really: the red calipers and the red
spark plug wires.
And then
he went and hit vendors, which we'll go down that road. Yes. Don't talk about that yet.
I won't. But I will say this: the first time I went to Sturgis in 2020, that was one of the first things, and I've said it incessantly every year to people. I said, look, I'm not saying you'd want to do this, but you could go to Sturgis, buy a stock motorcycle, and within a few days, all the way up to a Trass Turbo,
Yep.
you could do minus a custom paint job.
Which you could probably get up there too, if you really wanted.
I was about to say, I mean, I don't know how they'd make it.
You could get pinstriping.
Which I did.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I've said this for years. Like, if you wanted to, you could do it. You could buy a stock motorcycle and bling that thing out, do whatever you want to with it, and within a few days, and you'd have a bike pretty much done. Like, you wouldn't have to do it over time if you could do that.
The basis of that is your bike messed up. You bought a 24.
Yeah.
Road ride with a tour pack in white over black.
Right.
With some red trim on the bike.
Yeah, a little red trim, right.
Now you went out and saw vendors. You had a red pinstripe installed.
Were you still at the dealership?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing. So
Never made it out of the parking lot.
So almost all day Saturday was a wash, just getting the thing done.
Yeah.
And then we had stuff to do with the group on Saturday night. So we basically, I think we just bought the bike, and I think we just bought the bike, and
did you tell Renee while you were buying the motorcycle? You were like, Marcus is going to kill me.
Yeah, I was just I don't know if I said that to her, but I did. And I was like, oh man, like he's gonna be like, what? You
could have done this a couple months ago.
Should have.
Did you tell her about the text message I sent you asking if y'all were already back yet?
No. No, I did tell her. I did tell her because I said, and then when I told her, I was like yesterday or whenever, or day before, I was like, I'm going down to do the podcast with Marcus and Daniel, and she said, I know I don't want to repeat, but she said, oh, is that where he's going to call you names? And I was like, that's exactly what he's going to do. I said, but I'm going to go take my punishment like a man.
I sent Keith the message and asked him if he was back from Sturgis yet, and he said, I just left today. And I said, okay, I'm waiting till you get back before I call you a D.
Yeah.
So.
A derelict.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
delinquent. So anyway, so you got the red pinstripe.
Yes.
You got Clockworks red windshield. Is it Clockworks?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Clockworks red windshield.
Right. That was the first thing. So I took it back
I thought it was because I felt like when you posted the picture of the windshield, you didn't have the red pinstripe on it yet.
Yeah. So Sunday morning, took it back to Black Hills, and the work began. So the first thing I did was the windshield, which I think pops against that. And then it was actually...
I'm not a fan of colored windshields. I'll just put that out there.
I don't know that I really am, but it just looked so good on that. And because once the red calipers, which was already decided for me, then I was like, because I would have just soon even done like a because I love the blue, I would have done like a burst blue, like.
Well, the upside on that on a white
through.
Motorcycle, if it didn't have anything on it, you could have done whatever color you wanted.
Right. But blue on that white would look stunning.
Oh yeah.
The red and the white, either one of those. If it had blue calipers, the stuff I'd done would be blue.
So you put the red windshield to the red pinstripe. What other?
That was, and by the way, I was not going to do anything. She's like, well, let's look at the pinstriping or something, and she said it's a blank canvas, and I'm like, yeah. It is. She's like, and I didn't want to do the pinstriping.
Yeah.
I really didn't. And she's like, well, let's go talk to him. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Let's go there. So we went over there, and I'd seen these guys are there every year. I know exactly where they are.
And it's a factory style pinstriping. It's not like this. It's not like the big, big swoopy like hot rod style.
Yeah, they can do all the.
Well, I'm talking about what you got.
Yeah, they can
factory
do all
red
the whooshy stuff. But
style.
yes, this is like classic stuff, and it's
all
all
just on flames.
I do love flames, but it's all hand painted. And I had them remove the badging.
Yeah.
And do like the classic kind of Harley block lettering, which I liked. And then they had some little touches. They put like a little barn shield there, and then they wrapped it around. And the cool thing was he even did the pinstriping on all the controls. So like all the Like if you look at all the foot controls, they've got that matching pinstripe through there. So it's a nice touch. And then because of that, I was going to get, so Monkey had already talked to Paul at the fairing exchange for me. Because that was the other thing. Like
I know Paul.
Paul's a good guy.
So Rusty is actually a very close friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Rusty lives here.
I didn't know that.
Rusty lives in Ottawa.
Oh shoot! But I talked to him like a bunch. Like that guy's a good dude.
Dude, Rusty's like, when I say a good friend of mine, like I have been to Bike Week like with Rusty.
No, I like him. I mean, I don't really know him. Like
Heather and Rusty's stepson grew up going to school together.
I got you. But he's a good dude.
So
I mean, that whole group is real good. But anyway, I was going to try and get it all done on Sunday, but because of the pinstriping and it's wet and everything, and you don't want to have people jacking around, we decided, okay, wait. So we did. And I did change out the mirrors, and
I would say I don't like color match interferings either. But to be fair, I have a color match interfering on mine.
Yeah, but
Daniel's laughing because I have a black bike with a black interference.
Cheater. But yeah, that didn't count.
When I bought my bike, Rusty was like, do you want a color match interfering? I was like, I bought a special, so it's already got a color match.
Yeah, but not matte black. You want gloss?
No, mine was gloss.
Oh, no.
In 17,
They did
like,
that?
so yours bike came with a gloss black interfering, your other road bike.
No, you mean my CVO?
Yes.
It was color matched.
Like you bought it brand new?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, wait, yeah, because of CVO.
Yeah.
But if you go back to like 2020, okay, if you were buying a Road Glide Special or Street Glide Special, the interferings were gloss black, not the matte black.
Wow.
So in 17, when I bought my Special, the bike was vivid black. Okay. But since it was a Special, the interfering was gloss black.
If it was gloss, that would be less.
So it already ended up being essentially a color matched interfering.
But like I said, look, shout out to Fairing Exchange. That it looks.
So did they
it looks as good as it looks. The paint job on that interfering.
Did they do the windshield or just the interfering?
Just that, because here's the thing. So here's another little.
I know Clockworks is up there, but I wasn't sure if they're actually doing stuff.
Because I went directly to them originally, because I was going to give Paul all my business, as much business as I could give him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, they don't for the rally. They keep all the good stuff, so they give them limited quantity.
Yeah.
So just so you know, if you go to like Daytona or Sturgis or something, and you want a very specific kind of Clockworks,
you got to go to Clockworks.
You're going to have to go to Clockworks.
Now there is a business up there. I don't know if they had a booth anywhere, but their company is up there that you probably didn't go visit, and you should have.
Who was it?
Legend Suspension.
Oh, they are. Oh yeah, they're there.
Do they have booths up there?
Big.
I wasn't sure if they did or not because
and they're
Legend Suspension is in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Yes, and by the way, they did.
They had a few booths out there.
Yeah.
Like I know they do stuff at the shop too, though.
But they've got a whole big old freaking trailer up there.
Okay.
But yes,
what's the point in bringing out a truck?
Well, because and by the way, they installed my Legends front suspension at their place
on the old
2021. Yeah, I took it to their shop.
But you didn't have anything done on the new bike.
No, and I will say this: the stocks. There's two things.
The stock suspension on the new bikes is a lot better.
Like head and shoulders, not close.
Yeah.
Two things. I would normally replace bars. I'm not going to do it. If I did it,
the new Road Glide bars are a lot different than the old.
Yes.
Road Glide
They
bars.
used to be too low, and I hated them. Yeah. These, I'm fine with them. Like I said, now if I was going to.
By the way, you know who in this room has not rode a 24 bagger?
Because I was one. I did.
You
would have been the weird selection, honestly.
Yeah, he's never rode one.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
no.
I refuse.
I rode one, and I made the statement because a lot of people were like, "Yeah, of course they're going to be different because that new radio and all this other stuff." And when I rode one, I was like, "That thing could be a road king. It doesn't that that new radio does not make that bike as different as it is. It's a completely different riding motorcycle.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, if you want to say that the infotainment thing, yeah, like that's separate.
Like, I think you rode Bill's Road Glide. Did you not?
Yes, I did.
You need to take his around the block.
Yeah,
because I'm telling you, you're gonna ride it and you're gonna go. Just it feels like because Bill's was a 22, I think 21 or 22.
Well, he also had his lower too.
He did.
So
But either way,
that was a thing.
But either way, even outside of that. Dude, the way that the motor puts down the power, the way that the bike stops, the way that the bike handles, all that stuff is genuine.
Lower center of gravity.
Dude, it feels like the bike is 10 years newer. Not 1 year newer. 10 years newer.
Interesting.
I mean, so I'll say...
It definitely feels like they skipped a generation of production with that motorcycle.
Well, it's like you kind of fell asleep and then like you said, you woke up way later.
Yeah.
I said this to Renee 20 times during Sturgis because it just blew my mind. So last year I rode the 23.5 CVO on the demo.
I rode a 23.5 CVO. I don't think they ride as good as the 24 standards.
I don't know if I can. It's hard to remember because it wasn't like it was a stock. However it was set up.
Yeah.
And then I rode solo around. Through the course. Through the. And then Renee went with me. And just hung on for dear life on the back because there was no backrest.
Yeah.
And so she was terrified. But anyway, I rode it. And that was the first thing I noticed was, wow, the stock suspension is really impressive. Because considering we didn't set it up for us.
Yeah.
It was just however it was set up, which if it was like every other bike from the factory, it's like 0. But this one, I kept telling her, I was like, when I did 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
At from Monday afternoon to Friday evening.
Yeah.
At Sturgis. And by the way, that's staying if you're doing some just decent riding, 1,000 miles is not hard.
Yeah.
I've done 1,700 at Sturgis before.
Yeah.
Especially out there, there's so many places just go.
Oh man, yeah, you can just get out. If you don't spend time at the Chip and downtown stuff, and if you just want to ride out there, oh god, man, it's like Eastern Tennessee. Like you just go, you'll find a road. But anyway, I rode 700 miles with her and 300 without her. And I told her, I was like, on the old 20, on the 21. I'm telling you, when she's on the back, it just changed the dynamics of the whole thing. Like way higher, like it just wasn't as soft, like especially slow speed and coming to a stop and stuff. Yeah. This bike, I couldn't tell the difference when she was on the bike or off the bike. It was like the center of gravity. I know they lost like 30. At least in the 23.5, the number I think in the Road Glide was 36 pounds.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like 35. 36.
And it was a bunch out of the fairing. So of course, but it's beyond losing the weight. The center of gravity on this bike is lower.
Well, there's other
which
little
makes sense
places
if they took
too.
It out of this fairing.
There's other little places too that they shaved weight. Like I think the saddlebags. I mean, it's negligible. It's like a pound lighter or whatever on each saddlebag, but like with that new polymer that they're using for the saddlebags and just all that stuff.
But really on a motorcycle, any weight reduction in general.
Well,
like 30 pounds off a motorcycle is a huge.
I'm going to tell you what people don't realize.
I mean, that's almost 5 horsepower.
The little metal light bar that's on the back of the previous gen models. When you pick that thing up, it's like, this little thing weighs like 5 pounds.
Right. You could kill somebody with it.
But the new system is just like a plastic housing with LED lights in it.
I called it a diving
light.
board, but a friend of mine in Texas said, "You mean the soap dispenser?" Either way, it's gone off my bike.
The taillights? Okay, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so the fairing exchange.
The taillights are the only things that I weren't a huge fan of on the new bikes because I felt like they built. Yeah.
The CV so I didn't.
Well, no, like even on the new ones.
Like I didn't do anything with the CVO style.
Yeah,
lights.
Those.
I added the custom dynamics.
You're talking about the thing on the tag light on the fender.
And I had them do a custom
not that.
dynamics.
The lights that go down the side.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily, they're a lot lighter, but I'm not necessarily a fan of them because to me, when you look at the bike, it's like they built the bike and went, oh, shoot, we forgot to install taillights.
But that's the CVO.
It looks like a second thought.
Although it does.
Let's just make this. It'll fit on here.
Thumper, my buddy Thumper, he said, he kind of said a similar thing. He's like, because he's like, and he's not even he calls them geezer glides. You know, he's a road king guy. But he's like, it just looks like they just like kick ass. We're out of time, you know, when they got to the very bike. Because he said, and I do agree, like, the bags and the fender and the lights and all that don't line up right.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, they should have just carried it all out and it should just be one line. I tend to agree with that.
I like the undercut bags.
I like them. I like the new bags. And here's the other thing. I normally would do some radio work and stuff in that. And I'm like having the full use of my bag and not having about, I don't know, 6 inches, 7 inches of my bag being taken up by a freaking
speaker,
big magnet on a 6x9, you know? I kind of enjoy like having the full bag and also not having to worry about when I close it, am I going to break off a wire? You know?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's just, so yeah. So there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, and that's the other thing, motor work. Screw that, man. I may
put a cam.
Do a cam.
Sounds like motor work.
And
I don't really
it's
consider.
Technically not.
I don't consider a stage 2 motor work.
We're not doing heads. We're not.
Okay.
You know, I would. Now I will. I'm gonna decat it at some. I don't know if I'll decat.
You got some mufflers on there though already.
So I wasn't. That's the other thing. So what else did I do?
See, to be fair, I have only seen the pictures he's posted online.
So you haven't actually seen the bike.
I didn't even walk out in the garage.
I noticed that.
I thought it was just because he was angry. I mean,
well, that was part of it.
He was being bitter.
I'm still mad.
But yeah, so that was the other thing. It was pretty sweet, I have to admit, riding all around Sturgis and just being able to have, this is the conversation. So anyway, what are you doing? It wasn't like, so I was thinking, where are we going to eat? You know, like, what? I can't hear you. Because that bike was obnoxiously loud, just kind of going. And if you're going down
so he's
the road,
getting a short Bassani pipe.
Yeah.
Next week in the mail.
Is a baby.
To be fair,
it's a baby Bassani.
My pipe without a cam is like still not much louder than like just dual slip-ons.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
it's when you throw that cam in it, it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, the cam. And I think I will eventually do a cam, but I think that's a cam, and then, you know, I don't even think I'll change the air filter housing. I think I'll just go with the high flow Screaming Eagle filter. That fits in there.
I think that housing looks pretty good, though.
I do too. Yeah. Like, I think it looks way better than the 23.5 CVO, 24 CVO. That thing, I think that was crap.
Power fist.
Using the whole fist there, Doc.
It's poking out the other side.
It hurts. But anyway, I think I will probably I'll either buy a head pipe or just decat the stock head pipe.
Yeah.
And then I'll put a cam and a tune and, like I said, a little more free breathing. But yeah, so I got to Friday and I told her, and I was like, she's like, you're going to get pipes? And I was like, I really don't want to. Like, but then it was just.
Well, we need to talk about
like
cam and stuff.
It was just like, I mean,
if you're interested
it did sound like a Goldwing.
If you're interested in cam and stuff, we need to talk about that stuff sooner than later. Because usually if you do it within inside of a certain time period,
it's covered.
You can still cover it.
Oh, and I got a warranty. Because like I said, I had the other bike for 3.5 years. My plan is to keep unless I let a certain Bayou dealership jack with it.
Oh, don't let them touch it.
I expect this one. Yeah, well, I'll just have to, go to Bossier City or something. I don't know. I have to avoid the Gulf Coast.
So, moving on past your poor life choice. The other thing I want to touch
on Harley like that.
The other thing I want to touch on real quick is, those vendors at Sturgis.
Yes.
There are some vendors at motorcycle rallies, and we're going to do it as rallies in general, and not necessarily just Sturgis. There's
But
a
there
lot
is
of
a
Sturgis.
huge difference.
You know,
Right.
I've never really found any good vendors.
The-
It depends.
So-
do they do free installs?
I'm never going to tell someone don't have something done by a vendor.
I know
But
where you're
pay
going.
attention to what you're having done by a vendor, because a lot of these vendors, you know, you take somebody like Trask, okay? They do quality work.
Yeah.
When they're at the rally, though, correct. It's move. So there could be things that get overlooked. Now,
Very possible.
if you had a problem, they would probably go, "Oh yeah, not a problem. We'll fix that." But
But is it going
we've
to
seen
be
it.
easy if you don't live in the Phoenix
Correct,
area?
correct. But like I've seen it, you know, people come up, they'll be like, "Well, I had a radio installed at Daytona, and now I'm having a parasitic draw."
Right.
Well, yeah, it's because they
Because
rushed through this job.
those guys put that radio in 15 minutes.
Correct.
Right. No,
Usually, what I
They're
tell
using
people,
snake bites and
usually what I tell
I
people
would
at a
definitely stay away
rally
from motor work.
is
at rallies.
your. I tell them anything that's cosmetic is safe.
Sure.
So you know, pinstriping, windshield, swapping out
slip-ons.
fairings,
yeah, slip-ons. That's
grips, slip-ons, all that stuff.
I'm with you.
Go for it. Even wheel swap. I would even go as far as doing a wheel
Yeah.
swap. I'd be cool with a wheel
well,
swap.
I mean, there's shops down there that are just for back tires.
So, well, that's the thing about it. There's people, and I'm sure that they're there, like people like FTD and RC components and stuff like that.
yeah, RC's the
So
like
you're,
SMT.
you're talking about people that they bring tractor trailers of wheel sets, wheels
Yeah.
with tires on them, and that's all they're doing the whole time.
Yeah.
And they've got guys that know how to do a wheel swap blindfolded.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, although the shop might charge you an hour to do it, a guy that does it every single day of his life could
20
probably do
minutes.
it in 20,
Oh,
30 minutes.
They're-
So
They're cooking.
they know they know on this bike, do this quick little trick here to get the brake caliper situation
Right.
handled and stuff like that. So I would even go as far
Plus,
as doing
that is
that.
all they do.
Right.
You know,
But, you know,
nobody's slipping an oil change in there. Or something.
getting, I don't know if I would have lights put on a bike. I don't know if I'd have any electrical work done in a rally.
Yeah.
And I would definitely
and
stay
I
away
did
from
that.
motor work at a rally.
So I did that with I won't name the vendor, but it's a very prestigious vendor with very expensive lights, and I had them put on some driving lights, and like I had to convince them. Number one, I didn't want it set so that if I put my high beams on,
That they would turn off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not freaking Russia, and so anyway, I had to convince them to do that. Well, then even that though, with the way that they did the, like, and I had I had the CBO switches and stuff, and to even get them to do that, they still kind of jury rigged it a little bit,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like it was not a super clean install.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
But
like-
I don't disagree with any of.
But like Avon. Like I used to, every time I'd go to Panama, I'd get a new set of grips. But, having-
I thought you were talking about your makeup. Never mind. My bad.
ha ha ha.
He's a Mary Kay type man.
I get it. And
Legitimately.
he's
But,
it's his color.
I'd have grips installed. I'd have all that stuff installed. Now at Sturgis, I'd go to Legends and let them put suspension on my bike because that's all they do.
Right.
Yeah. They're not also putting a radio in at the same time.
Correct.
Yes. That would be hilarious.
Correct.
The legend guys.
Hey, we got some radios just laying around. You want one?
So,
It says legend on it.
that's
Remind me again, red.
on that's really all I have to say about what you have done at vendors. Just be paying attention.
Yeah. That sounds like a
If-
Forrest Gump thing.
yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
If you just absolutely have to have a radio installed while you're up there,
Yeah. And by the way,
whatever.
radios, like all the LED lights and stuff, that's all huge. I mean, you probably have, if I say 30 vendors, that I'm thinking that even might undercut it by half. Like there's a lot of opportunities to make that bad.
How many vendors there sold top hats? And how many vendors there sold cigars?
A lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cigars, just anything anything.
But like and maybe the leather top hat thing is kind of fizzling out.
It's
but
still there.
They still have them. They still have.
Did you see the guy dressed in like all dead animals?
Hey, how many Hellenbach booths did you see? Like Hellenbach probably had a booth at every single place. That there was
I mean,
vendor.
they are big.
Yeah,
I mean, even just sponsoring stuff, like you see their name everywhere. Like,
yeah.
But like, I'm excited about you going next year because it's like, to me, as somebody who's been to now, I have been to all the big rallies with the exception of Arizona Bike Week. I haven't been to that.
Have you been to Laconia?
Okay. Laconia is not impressive.
Well,
now, it's not as impressive as Americade.
Chris tries to get us to come to Laconia.
Yeah.
So
here's what I would tell you about I would never say.
No, you say big rallies. What about some of the small rallies though?
I've been small rally. I've been to
Loretta Lynn's.
I've been to Loretta Lynn's. I've been to Leesburg. By the way, Leesburg I thought was a small rally. It is freaking pretty big, dude. It's bigger than
Little Sturgis.
Laconia. I've never been to Little Sturgis because
I've heard it gets wild.
Oh, it's super wild. Like I know people who have gone, and that's just not my gig.
We used to have a little rally here.
I was going to say Little Sturgis. I kind of think is like Sturgis, actual Sturgis, 1975 is what I'm thinking, or maybe 80. Hollister. No, I haven't been to Hollister. I've been to Red River,
Arizona.
Oh, I was New Mexico.
You've been to Arizona Bike Week?
Yes. No, I have not been to Arizona Bike Week.
See, I'd like to go to Arizona Bike Week.
I would like to go there.
Have you been to...
I've seen the layout, though. It's not... It does not look like it would be that big.
What is it called? The barbecue something?
Oh, in the Ozarks?
Yeah.
I've been once. I've heard it's gotten better. That one is a real spread out route. Like, that one's got stuff in it's kind of like Sturgis in that way where
that's on like if you looked at the list of like where the motor company was in,
I think that's a pretty decent size rally.
Where motor company is at for these rallies, that is one of the rallies that they're at.
And by the way, I was going to say the motor company, if they're going to have a trailer there, that's a decent sign.
Yeah.
That it's not like mom and pop place.
Well, even if it is mom and pop, because the motor company's
they're at
TMMR.
Yeah.
But the thing about the TMMR,
and they're doing demo rides
about the Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival at Loretta Lynn's is, although it is legitimately a small rally, we're talking less than 5,000 people.
Right.
There is so much heritage behind, not necessarily the rally,
music,
but the property.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize it. Cool people will be like, oh, it's Loretta Lynn's Ranch.
Hurricane Mills, right?
It's like, yes, it is Loretta Lynn's Ranch. It's also where they hold the national championship motocross races at. Well, and when you're there for the rally and you see the motocross track, you're like, that is not a national championship motocross track. It's because they don't take care of it through the year.
I had one of those in my backyard. But no, but I didn't. The first time we went to TMMR was 21. And I was like, I had no idea the Lynn family or whatever was so big into dirt bikes and motorcycles in general.
Well, what you don't realize too is if you don't know what Taylor looks like, Taylor Lynn, her granddaughter, the one that pretty much runs everything.
Right. I met her, shook hands,
if you don't know what she looks like, you would never know that she's just drove past you 5 different times on a golf cart, just running around.
And that's kind of how I met her. It was in.
Yeah, she'll just
passing.
I mean, she'll just be cruising by, if you're a vendor, she'll stop and she'll be like, "Hey, how's everything going?" And he'll talk to you. And
that's the other thing.
And you don't realize
TMMR could do better vendors
But you know, their guy that does that is the one that's in charge of the vendors for the Buffalo Chip.
No, I think I knew that, and I think you're the one that told me that because I can't imagine I would have.
So he does the Buffalo Chip, and then he also does.
But the chip...
He does somewhere in Daytona, but I don't know where in Daytona.
But the chip doesn't have... I mean, if you...
It's not the same.
The chip is if you're... you go there for bike shows, concerts. They have some decent fair food type thing. And And if you're going to go like this is Indian, but like Lloyd's Garage is there, and the stuff like that. But like they don't really have. And then in the chit, like in like where the concerts are, they'll have vendors around. But it's all like it's the stuff you see everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing about Laconia. You go to Weir's Beach, which is like this iconic deal, right? And it's like there's the lake there, whatever. But Weir's Beach, all it is t-shirt vendors.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And you're like, oh. Then they have a good bit of. They got like Laconia Harley has a good selection of vendors, but they have a small space, and then there's a ton of I say a ton, relatively speaking, a ton of vendors at the Speedway, at Laconia.
Also, speaking of vendors, I guess I do need to give a shout out. Still waiting on part of the components, but this will sound like a commercial when I say this. But Denali Electronics, Twisted Distributors. I don't know how much you see them set up at rallies and stuff like that, and especially the guys that are more into BMWs or ADV bikes know the brand. Denali Electronics, Twisted Distributors is the parent company. They do a lot of lighting accessories and stuff like that. They have hooked me up. They have a brand new headlight that's coming out that they actually had at JMP Cycles booth.
Oh, okay. See,
so they have a.
Now I was at JMP, because they have JMP has an actual store.
Yeah, well, and I don't know if it was at a booth or at the store, but either way, JMP had it at Sturgis. Denali was there because they were unveiling their new headlight, and it's for the 23 and down. We'll call it Road Glide and Street Glide. It's not for the new bikes.
Gotcha.
But
that's another thing.
It is designed to compete with, the Shark Demon from Custom Dynamics, or the Baja Designs lights, those types of things. But then Denali also has, small spots, bigger spots. It's got like the spots you can put on your crash bar, all that type of stuff. So they are sending me one of their headlights for the Street Glide.
Nice.
It is probably the brightest headlight that's on the market. The Baja Designs guys are not going to believe me, but we'll compare it to the Custom Dynamics headlight, because I know this for a fact because I've already picked up the box to look and see. The Custom Dynamics headlight runs 3,600 lumens on high beam and 2,800 lumens on low beam. Okay, this runs 3,000 lumens on low beam and 11,000 lumens on high beam. It also has two different cables. When you get the headlight, there's an ECE cable or a DOT cable, because DOT regulation limits you at a 1,090 foot distance on the headlight distance, on their shine distance.
So you can choose this to be compliant
or not compliant. ECE is 1,500 feet. I'll let y'all take a guess of which one I'm going to plug into mine.
Both at the same time. Double it up.
Yeah, I was about to say, you seem like a DOT compliant guy.
The lights are clear, but they come with a snap-on ring, because the low beam, it's like lights on top, lights on bottom. Low beam is a stripe through the middle of it, and it comes with these clips that pop on that are yellow or orange, depending on which one you want to have on there. They've also hooked me up with a set of their D2 lights.
So you're not stuck.
Correct.
That's very cool.
Their D2 lights are designed to be a spot, but they have a system called a Cam Smart system that interacts with the way the lights are designed, because there's almost like a little computer with those little LEDs and stuff like that that's inside that light. So we are actually going to take the blinkers off the Street Glide. So that plate with the blinker that's on the front of the Street Glide is coming off. I have a set of flat plates that Denali does not make this. This is more of a, it should work, let's do it,
right,
and see what happens type deal. So putting the flat plate on there, putting the D2s, which are the same physical size as the bullet blinkers from the factory on a Harley.
But
They have a 500 foot beam direction.
Dang.
I'm running a flood lens, which is going to give it about a 300-foot spread.
Right, that's good.
So-
I'm all, especially in
and
Tennessee, man.
They
You
come
gotta see the deer.
clear, but they have interchangeable lenses where you can pop the caps off of them. Now with this, you
So
would
can
have to use a
fog
tool.
or whatever.
But I mean, even
So,
then, that's still not-
well, I'm running an orange lens, or they call it amber. I'm running an amber lens in a fog or in a spread pattern. In a flood is what they call it, and not a spot.
Right.
So I will have a wide orange flood
I like it.
for
Yeah.
my blinkers, but they will run as a light and then go into a flash.
I never understood why they don't make them.
So
And I get it. I guess
by the time everything's said and done, hopefully by the end of September, all the lights on the front of my motorcycle will be Denali
That's awesome.
and
Like-
blinding. Yes.
I know that's
Are
something
they
we-
working on anything for the 24?
I have not seen anything. I know there's some manufacturers out there that have some stuff for the 24s. But I have the people from Denali, my guy at Denali that I work with, he's really cool, but at the same time, he's kind of a little hush hush.
Cagey.
So, and I don't blame him. You know, you're coming out with some really cool stuff. You don't want everybody to know about it. All of a sudden, it's like, what? Now, the other thing that's cool about Denali, because the headlight is so incredibly bright, they do make a system called a dial-a-dim that I could install,
Oh,
and I could turn down the percentage of how bright the headlight is. Now, with the Cam Smart for my blinkers, I can also, on the Cam Smart, adjust how bright the blinkers are.
That is a nice feature because, like, the running lights I have on the BMW, I have that ability. I can turn them down or up. I mean, I was getting flashed by semi trucks,
right,
because I had those.
and then you flash them. Right.
I don't
I did. I
want.
was like, all right, you
I don't
want the
wanna
high
be-
beams?
Yeah,
Here's the high
I don't want
beams.
to be a jerk
Okay.
and completely blind somebody, but at the same time, if you're mad that you saw me,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay that you saw me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the you saw me. That's the most important
Yeah.
part of that. And also, too, again, when you're on like I found myself in this stupid position too many times on a 2-lane road after dark.
Yep.
The deer are retarded. Okay,
Well,
I just need to see them as soon as possible
Yep.
to give me
the
a chance.
the conversation here that I had with somebody the other day. If you are not at an intersection, if you're not in town, I mean, and when I say in town, we're talking 3 blocks that way. You get on this main road right here,
Yeah.
just outside
Oh, I'm
Daniel's house.
sure.
We're right by the mall. Your lights,
Are the only light.
Right.
like, it's either lights off of people's porches or when you get to an intersection where a stop sign is, and that's not always.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think this stop sign down here
No.
has a light, but you will. You'll come
Yeah.
across a
But,
random
like,
stop
you-
sign and it'll have a street light.
Yeah, but like my road, we have street lights on my road, so
Yeah,
that's shine.
But when you get running around town,
It's an
there,
accident.
there's
Yeah.
not we don't have street lights here. That's
Right.
not a thing.
well, and
As
that's
soon as you get off the main
And if
road,
you're in
there's no
Tellico
street
Plains,
lights.
it's really not a thing.
well that
Yes.
that was the thing, with our trip, leaving at 4:00 in the morning most of the days. When we left,
you're in the dark for a little bit.
when we left Colorado, you've got 2.5 hours before the sun comes up. Your headlight is the only light that you have.
Well,
You can't
Thank
see.
God there's no wildlife out there.
When you get out here on Jenkins Road,
Yeah,
where it's 5 lanes,
yeah.
there's no street lights.
No, you see the light from the
Overkill.
prison in the distance.
Your only lights you have are from the businesses around you.
Right.
Now, you could be with no lights and still be able to see for the most part because there's so much lights
Right.
around you, but there's no street lights. So with no street lights, although you can still see because the other lights, you can't see the little critters and stuff that run around you.
Mm.
And as close as we are to the mall, you will still come across, because I have deer
Oh,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
still deer and coyote that run through here. I guarantee you there's probably
Oh,
on the
there's-
hill right now.
tons of deer up here.
And we are in the middle of town.
Yeah, and the thing is they get, as as everything expands,
Yeah.
their areas of their pathways contract, and so
Yeah.
like they're going to be coming through very
Mhm.
specific areas, and like good luck.
But if you get a chance, check out Denali Electronics. You
I'm
can just
2-0
Google.
against Deere, by the way.
You
Once
can
on the
Google
bike, once on the RV.
Denali Electronics and view everything that they have.
I'll check it out because I would again the
That did
headlights.
sound like an ad.
I told you it was going to
but
sound
it's
like an ad.
worthwhile. 'cause
I told Denali that, I mean, they're hooking me up with this stuff because of the podcast.
yeah,
So,
right. But I will say this: lighting, like there's a lot of stuff motorcyclists do for pure looks.
Farkles.
Yeah, but lighting for me
yeah.
is legit. A
Like,
safety
I'm not
concern.
installing extra lights.
Right.
I'm
No, you're-
replacing factory lights
Yeah, but if,
with more
here's the thing.
that provide more light.
11,000 lumens. You're adding lights.
I'm
Just a
adding
few
a
LEDs.
flying saucer.
Yeah, it's like I swear
So
it came
it's-
down from the sky.
The
It
light,
sounded like a
the
Harley.
light, the way it's designed is it has all these like LED circles, like with a reflector and everything. There's actually 14 of those on the headlight.
I followed it all the way from exit 7 to exit 5.
See, what's going to happen is you're going to have people that are just staring at it like a moth. And
Oh,
Hey, that's what drunk people do. That's the reason the cops quit turning on all the back blinky lights because the old drunks go.
well, I have a feeling most of the time for me, I'll just be running around with
high beam.
with the low beam.
So you take another headlight that you have and put it as a tail light.
Oh, well, I told you what we
and
were-
look,
what
and
we
put
should
one
do
of
with
those
the
handle
headlight.
like the old cop cars, you know,
Put it on
like have that where you're like, I'm backing up.
put it on the fairing as a spotlight. Because that light is bright
Actually,
too.
Oh,
If I
flash
could
me.
get
How
your
about this?
brother's KZ,
yeah,
that would go on the front of the KZ.
that would actually look pretty good on his bike.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of vendors, lighting vendors and the new 24, that I didn't realize like how much they're cut out of. So what would you do? Now I had LEDs already in the CVO and stuff, but if you just had like a 21 Road Glide special or standard incandescent bulb, right? You're gonna go, okay, I'm gonna go all LEDs, right? And the motor company should not do that. But anyway, regardless, all the bulbs. Well, now on these, like on the 24s, like the whole front headlight assembly is locked in. There's no turn signals that you swap bulbs, no custom dynamics.
But you're not switching to LEDs because they're already LEDs.
Right.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
what I'm
have
saying.
to.
But I'm saying, even if you want something brighter, it's gonna take some work.
There's something out there for the front. I'll show it to you.
Oh,
I've seen videos of people taking the new road
Yeah.
glides and
But I-
it's like a
I'll
whole
show-
new
I'll show
head.
it
But
to you.
honestly,
It looks
I'm
really
going to
cool.
wait and see if somebody comes out. Just somebody might come out with 11,000 lumens for. the
So what we're saying
24.
is Denali needs to make a headlight for the 24.
I'm just saying, I'm going to wait and see what Denali does.
But the lighting on the bike as it is right now.
Do they have a
is-
tagline? Because we'll say it. I'll say it.
I don't know if they have a tagline or not.
I'll take mine.
I mean, if you go on
Denali,
the website, they
bright
might.
as fuck.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson's social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.